Whoa. Dream sequence.
Susan, Jack, they're in trouble.
It was just a dream, Joseph.
Malakov was right, Capelli. It was just a dream.
What? My wife and son, in Baxter Springs, Oklahoma. Oklahoma?
No, Capelli, don't! You really should have been wearing your seatbelt. Oh, Capelli, you've made a mistake. Don't worry, as we just saw in the previous mission, Capelli is quite comfortable falling from remarkably high distances. He's fine.
Get us out of here!
So this section right here is pretty neat. I actually enjoy playing this first section here. However, I should note that, well, there have been some posts, a number of posts now in the thread, that have been likening this game to Half-Life 2. And they're all very fair. I agree with those posts. I agree that there are a lot of similarities and homages to Half-Life 2. They're just going to get worse as time goes on. This section right here feels an awful lot like the White Forest section in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. I'm not going to say if that's a good or a bad thing, but it is. It is what it is.
Joseph, I would scold you for your senseless actions, but there is no use in arguing. Move south through the forest. There is a train ahead on the other side of a bridge. I will meet you there.
So this section here plays out a bit like the movie Predator. We have to sneak around in the underbrushes and the streams and hunt down cloaked hybrids that have sniper rifles. Fortunately, they have massive laser sights on them, so they're pretty easy to see. Also, they seem to be deaf. Although our Deadeye rifle is not silenced, we can shoot as many hybrid snipers as we want, and they're not going to notice really where we are at all. They have to make visual contact in order to raise the alarm that we're around here. Now, once we get up past this waterfall, we do have to be on the lookout for searchlights from dropships. These empty cabins will help protect us, but... yeah. Malakov's got our back. Okay, I'm pretty sure the dropship found me. Yeah, these cabins don't provide enough cover. Although I do like the lighting effects. Okay, so you know how White Forest in Half-Life 2 Episode 2 had the antlion caves? Well, the forest here also has some caves. No antlions, but there are a lot of the sort of goopy exploding eggs around, so I don't know, it sort of still has that creepy, otherworldly vibe going on. I don't remember why I started looking up the Augur's information, but I did, so there.
I have discovered a tunnel at the end of the tracks. Let us hope we can use the train to continue toward New York.
In case I haven't mentioned it before, Capelli does have a flashlight. You can't turn it on manually, but the moment you enter someplace sufficiently dark, it'll just automatically come on. Fortunately, the hybrids here and the shield drones don't notice the light, so as long as you don't directly engage them, you can sneak around and kill them at your leisure.
Joseph, I can see you. I'm at the far end of the bridge across the river. Careful. There are snipers ahead.
Well, that's nice. Malikov got dropped off, so it's cool that he's waiting for us. Appreciate that. Malikov really does have our back. The dropships in this section are quite a bit more aggressive. Fortunately, there are more shelters to take cover under, but as you can see, they don't provide a lot of cover. But in this section, don't stay out in the open, especially not on superhuman difficulty. The dropship will find you and it will start throwing missiles at you. Alright, I think I've had enough. Time to move on. One thing Freddie Valmore does have going for his radio show is we do hear about goings-on around the world. It's nice to hear that we're not the only resistance fighting off the Chimera. Now, a couple Ravagers come through in this section right here, so be careful about rushing out. Just kind of waiting for him to come around. There he is. Yeah, you don't want to get caught turning the corner to find that guy in your face. Alright, so keeping up with the increasingly obvious Half-Life 2 references, for any of those of you who have played Half-Life 2, you may remember this next section from Highway 17. For those of you who haven't played Half-Life 2, all two of you, at one point, the main character, Gordon Freeman, is driving along a highway and comes to a bridge. He has a rocket launcher, and while on this bridge, he's attacked by... Oh, I can't remember what they're called. It's like this mechanical flying whale helicopter. He's attacked by a gunship. And he has to sort of crawl around underneath the bridge, making sure to not fall off, while shooting at this gunship that's sort of flying around and trying to dodge his missiles. And it makes for a pretty intense, interesting fight. Now, we are reliving that here in Resistance 3. Unfortunately, we don't have the Half-Life 2 rocket launcher, which is a guided missile launcher. We don't even have the rocket launcher from Resistance 1, which also has an air brake feature, which allows you to basically fire a missile, pause it in midair, re-aim it, and then have it keep going. We have a generic heat-seeking lock-on rocket launcher. So unfortunately, that makes this fight, rather than sort of really exciting and engaging, kind of tedious, because the dropship just keeps moving, and there are so many pieces of rebar, metal pillars, chunks of wooden train. There's so much debris in the way that it makes it hard to lock on with the wildfire and actually get a shot off. So yeah, this section, for what feels like something really ripped off of Half-Life 2, it feels like a pale imitation, but the second function for the wildfire is pretty neat, but it's not particularly useful in this fight right here. The second function fires a slow-moving missile that, if you just saw it, when you tap the button again, it will split off like some fireworks, and then all the rockets will fall straight down. So what it's actually really effective for is taking out Chimeran soldiers hidden behind cover. Here's another thing I don't like about this fight very much. wildfire ammo, you don't get to carry a lot, and yet this dropship can take a surprisingly large number of hits. So you gotta run around searching for ammo, you gotta get some more to respawn. It's a bit tedious. As you can see, I wasn't watching my back and a hybrid snuck up on me, so my bad, my bad. At the very least, this allows me to level up the wildfire a little bit. I'm going to try and move quickly to finish off the dropship, though, because those hybrids will be coming down the bridge shortly. Oh, those hybrids were all carrying health. That's really convenient, actually. Okay, what was that? 8 missile shots? It's 5 too many resistance.
Joseph, thank God you are alive. Come, this way.
Mercifully, Malikov pulls us away from the rest of the hybrids so we can just move on to the next chapter.
Through the mountain instead of over it.
I knew y'all'd be coming soon. Saw you fighting on the bridge back there. You're the one we've been praying for. Come on inside. Thank you, Lord, for hearing our prayers.
The train.
Train don't work. My husband could fix it if he were here. Left 2 days ago to fix the town generator.
When will he be back?
Should have been back last night.